All right, all right, all right. Cruise over here to this Alpha Trading Discord here and see who's in here. Of course, Yasha is waiting in the wings. Waiting in the wings. Screen share this bad boy. Zing! There we go. And Dixie just got a new 4-hour candle. And Dixie's moving. And they're out of the gates, folks. And Dixie's coming up the inside track. Let's see here. Got working. It's a little chilly here this morning. Got the hood up. Spring is apparently here. The trees are greening up, which I like. And everything blooms. My property is hid. In the winter, you can see right through the trees. Shit. Let's see. What are you up to, Yasha? What are you doing? You busy?
I'm doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, you are.
That I'm happy to announce soon, but not right on this live stream. We might just have to tease it out a little bit longer to make sure everything, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, or something like that.
Yay!
But exciting stuff, my friend. Exciting stuff for the Alpha Trading community.
Yeah, man.
As we head back into volatile times, and I'm having a lot of fun observing the silliness in the noise machines.
Yes.
Coming out of the lab conferences. Also, I'm loving the intersect, friend. I'm loving the intersect.
What time frame, sir?
4-hour daily, good stuff. On the
right. Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah.
Also the 15-minute. And the big power moves, you know? 4 hours in the daily just to observe the big picture happening. It's amazing.
Oof, what we got going here in the 4-hour. Let's see here. We got all kinds of stuff cooking. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, what is this mess? Yeah. It's not a mess. A lot going on, that's all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was a little pump we had yesterday, right before close. Why did it pump back up 28.5? I'll show you why. Because this is what the bears do, and the bulls. Right before the weekly close. You can see Bitcoin down here, right? What's it do? It almost gets to the bottom of last week's weekly range. And literally right about, it was about 2 p.m. 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So we're talking, what, 6 hours before the close? BTC starts its rise. The bulls start pushing it. Why do the bulls push it up there? To open up above the new weekly range. Right, to open up above the weekly. Immediately comes down and tests it. That's a no-brainer. Hovering right around here. You know what? You can see the minis dumped out this morning as the dollar was rising. Already up above its first standard deviation normal distribution. BTC holding strong. Crypto holding strong. Right? Are we looking for the dollar to make a 95 for Laplace run? Possibly 103? Yeah, this is what usually happens every week, every month. You're going to see wherever that data set is compared to these new ranges, the bulls or the bears are going to try to push that data set below or above, right? They like to use it as support. So that's what I like to see right before these closes, man. You know, are they going to push? Are they going to push? They sure did. Sure did yesterday. What was the low? What did that get down to? Wasn't too low. 27.7 or something? Yeah, 27.8. 27.8. Not bad. Not bad. $700 move. Zip. Real quick. But actually, $800 move. Not bad for Bitcoin. Not bad. Not bad. So what do we got working here? Let me see. You know what I want to focus on here for a sec is this dollar. The old Dixie. The dollar index. Let's see. Which just casually went sideways into the new weekly open. Right now, Dixie trended last week. It was down. It was pretty much shot all the way down, started pulling back up towards the end of the week. Real tight range. Still tight, right? Still tight weekly range. And tested up literally on the 4-hour 68.3 Laplace. Right here on this 4-hour candle on this drop, that was the 95 for Laplace distribution range right there on that 4-hour candle right before the close. Then it immediately opens up, bounces off the bottom side of the 68.3 and shoots up. Yes, it does. And I'm going to start, when I start talking about, I'm going to stop. I'm going to start leaving out Laplace normal. I'm just going to shoot out probability levels, right? As you continue to watch our streams, you will get it. You will get it. Let's see here. But just know right out of the gate that the skinny blue lines or the blue cross lines, those are normal distribution. The white ones, whether they be cross or just single white lines, that's Laplace distribution. So what I'm saying right here, right? We got outside the 68.3 distribution range right here. Right? And that is normal. After I just said I wasn't going to say it. Well, it's all good. So where did we come up here and bounce off of? Man, oh man. This thing's almost at the top side of the daily volatility range already. Pretty powerful, 102.9. Makes sense. Right below, literally right below the first resistance level in the new weekly range and the 95.4% probability range, two of them. A lot of overhead resistance right here. Kind of a magnet for price action, if you ask me, especially dollars have been moving down. Getting a little rebound here. Let's check this out. Let's go over here, throw this on Dixie. And there we go. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, yes. Let me open up my brokerage account here. Get that firing up. So I know when when this thing is opening up. Let's see here. Okay, Dixie. Go on the daily here. Yeah, we get outside the power mean band to the bottom. Kind of rejected off the bottom side of the power mean band. Now it's climbing back up, right? Returns mean revert. We talk about it all the time. Where is the reverse wave trend up here? 103, 103.25. 103.25. Yeah, not today. Not today. Could get a wick up there. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's literally right above this area. So to get a wick through there, but sustain that data set today, highly unlikely. Very low probabilities. We've got two probability ranges right here, 95.4% chance that data set closes below this area. And the weekly resistance level here, right? Bottom of the monthly range. I mean, you got a lot going on here, man. A lot going on here. Which, yeah, with this new week open, having that resistance level there, both these probability levels, goodness gracious, it is like a magnet. It is like a magneto. Let's see, and we are back in the power mean band. Let's see where this is at on the 4 hour with this move. Woo! Nice 4 hour candle, Dixie. What are you getting strong? Gearing up, are you? What a shit show. What an absolute shit show going on in the world. Everybody having a pissing contest these days, aren't they? Bunch of morons.
Who's ready for those European CBDCs, baby?
Who wants a pack of them? Who wants a pack of them CBDCs, man?
Right, man. That's right.
Oh, look at the 4 hour.
Want to see some digital controls over your currency? Here it comes. Lagarde is saying by October we're going to have some. That should be fun in the sun.
You can see. I'm fencing for the Bitcoin team. I'm ready to take her on.
Right.
That thumbnail.
All right, back in your throat. Got you all the way.
All right. Team Alpha Trading's in my corner. Saw that thumbnail and started laughing. Yep, I don't make them, I laugh at them. They're awesome. Here's the 4 hour. Woo! Look at the dollar. Look at the dollar. Runs right to where? 99 log MA. Reverse Fisher. All right, that's where it's at right now on the 4 hour. If anybody wondering where the dollar just ran to, why'd the dollar stop? Throw up all your MAs and stuff. Hey, maybe you're lucky. Maybe it hit one of your silly little lines. We don't consider our lines silly, right? We got log return moving averages, reverse Fisher, reverse wave trend, and our power mean band. That's all you need. That's all you need, folks. Proof's in the pudding. All right, come get the free trial. But like I've said at the end of last week, when you come to the Alpha Trading Discord, watch for a little while. Get your feet wet. Listen to the terminology. Watch what we do before you get the free trial, because that 2-week free trial goes quick, right? If you get all the terminology down first and then you start putting the charts together. Yeah, it's a lot easier, man. It's a lot easier. A lot easier. Then the community knows you too. You come in the chat, ask questions. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. So yeah, right to reverse Fisher on that last 4-hour candle. Now it opens up, pumps up right to the 99, pulling back right now. So that being said, look at the volatility, right? Volatility was low on Dixie too. Volatility's low on Dixie, low on Bitcoin. Wait till I'll show you Bitcoins. It's looking good. Yeah, you get this vol expansion. Bam. Correlation broke back here. All right, giving you a little chance. Let's see. Not a light trend. A light trend. Not really a lot going on. Let me see. Is this thing setting up some div? No, it is not. No, it is not. Still having an outlier though on the variance. Little power move there. Power move. Nah, I bet it's, let's see here on the 15. Yeah, setting up this bear div. Setting up the bear div. Nice little trend. Nice little trend. had one going in. Let's see what time that start. Yeah, in the morning. Let me see here. Jeez, yeah, that was early. That was right after I went to bed. Went to bed about 2:45. Dixie heads to the downside here. All right, trends to the downside. Boom, boom. And let's see. Here's the expansion right here that started it. All right, little vol expansion right here. The correlation broke negative. And then why does it continue down? Contracting volatility. Correlation broke right here. You'll learn the more you use and watch this indicator. Volatility. What does volatility do? It just expands and contracts. That's all it does. This is the most important part of it. The breaks in correlation. That's what's going to tell you which way the data set is going to move. That's right. That's right. Volatility can be directional. Don't listen to the people out there telling you it can't be. I pounded a lot of people into the mat, right? That definitely don't see it, right? They just need talked to a little bit, right? They're in the echo chamber. They need to be shown the ways of the force.
That's right.
Yeah, bro. Let's see. So yeah, definitely bear div on the 15. I usually don't do this rolling uphill, but we're gonna see. No, God, really, 15 minute. That's all. Damn dollar. So check 45 real quick. Yeah, it's not gonna be. There's not gonna be any. Oh boy, dollar bears in trouble. Dollar bears in trouble. All right, so we got the 90-minute trending. Dropping through the deviation bands right now. Look at the volatility expansion. See the daily. Yeah, volatility is pretty low. All the lengths, right? That's what you want to see. Got dogs knocking on the door. You're setting up any hidden? Because that's right. When you get a nice move to the downside, you're gonna be right. You're gonna be fighting against hidden bear. Usually, are we setting any up? I'll tell you what, man. This is a strong little move. We're really not setting it up. I mean, we've got a higher high on the returns oscillator. All right. Got a higher high in the returns oscillator. Data sets are leveled out, man. There is no div. All the Fishers are up. And this is all, if we're talking about on a daily, right? We showed you those lower time frames. Entropy's trending. Look at the daily. Heading back into a random walk. Heading back into a random walk. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let me see here. Let's go up to a 5-day. I'll go all the way up here. Yeah, there was the hidden I was talking about last week. Is that thing playing out? Man, it's there. It's there. Let's take a quick peek. Ah, man. It's not very strong, but it's there. There's definitely some hidden bull. You can see the lower low on the returns oscillator. It's negatively correlated too. So this is a nice little move. Excuse me. And if you looked on the 4-hour, we know where it went. Right? Now, doesn't take a brain surgeon. You can see it on the damn chart. I'd like to see somebody of traditional TA because I don't use it anymore. Right? Where did that stop? I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested to see if you guys got anything. Where that data set just went to on the 4-hour on Dixie. Oh, Trading View. Come on, it's Monday morning. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Populate that UPM. This is by far one of the hardest indicators, right, to populate. It has the fits with it, man. But it's a massive code. Okay, let me let this little doggy out. In. Come on. Get in here. Come on, wild woman. Come on, chunker. A little piglet.
Dog.
Oh, good dog. Good dog. So, yeah. Here we are. 4 hour. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, that's almost pretty much. You know what? Just one more peek up here. I looked at the 5-day. Pulling back up. And this was a no-brainer, right? We know what happens when we get outside these power mean bands. The fact, yeah, up here on the macro, under 100, huh? Isn't going to get that low. I mean, I'll be honest. We know the game's rigged anyway, right? I seriously doubt that dollar drops that low, man. I just really do, especially with the just political and just the geopolitical bullshit going on in the world. Oh, I turned everything off this weekend. I mean, the only information I get is pumping through, like, I don't know, a little bit of social media I'm on, Twitter, about it, the Discord. I don't watch the news, but I see a lot of stuff happening, and it's ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Gotta love it when governments start having pissing contests at the at the expense of the people. Pretty stupid, man. When are we going to say enough is enough? Let's see. Yeah, 21 day, man. It's just
enough is enough.
Enough's enough, my man. Full random walk on the 21 day on the dollar. All right, returns oscillator has just crossed back up the zero mean with that close. Let's see here. I mean, you've got hidden, right? You've got some hidden bull. There's no correlation though. Just like I was just talking about. Was that on the 5-day? Yeah, right. You're turning up with the hidden 2 over here on the 5-day. It's negatively correlated though. That's why it really hasn't moved a lot. Low time frames, yeah, that 4 hour move we just had, it's butting its nose up. That's hard to get by on that 4 hour, I'm telling you too. And you're below the wave trend on the 5-day. And the daily not setting up that bear, man. It's pretty good. Z-score finally rising. Yeah. If it does want to come up to 103.26 today, get a wick up there, it wouldn't surprise me at all. A wick. Why do I say that? Because the probabilities are so low to close a candle above this area right here. Low probabilities, right? Volatility ranges, distribution levels. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to bat this thing down. And so at this point now, if I move like that, we're probably going to start looking for some hidden bull, right? Some hidden bull div. Let's see if we're going to get some continuation on this. Obviously, we're going to have to drop to low time frames because when this bear div is setting up and you're getting these little pullbacks right here, right? You're getting these little pullbacks. What is it setting up on the downside, right? Hidden bull, right? Set up bear on the top side, higher highs on the data set, lower highs on the return oscillator, all of them, especially from probably about an hour before the move. This high right here, they're all lower highs. I mean, this whole move to the top side, the returns oscillator is just setting in those lows, right? So you're going to get a pullback at some point, but you got to remember that it's setting up hidden bull on the downside. So those pullbacks usually don't last long. Let's see though. You got three of the 4 fishers down. The trend is turning up. It broke back inside the deviation bands, volatility on the low time frame. I mean, they're all pretty much nuked, right? They're almost all of them are expanded. You got the 525, 981. Well, 980 or 525's at a 96. Interesting, but you do have 981, 2400 up here pegged almost too. Grades coming down. See a little red tip popping through here. So where do you take profit here? I mean, there's so many different places. It's incredible. Over here, right? When you're hitting distribution levels, that's where you're taking profits, whether it be 4 hour, daily, depending on the volatile move. Right now, volatility is totally expanded. Look at the breaks in correlation, though. That's what tells you what's happening. You see, so we're setting it up over here, 9 minute. Yeah. And then maybe on some real low time frames, when you get those bear div pullbacks, setting up the hidden bull, people, and if you're not versed in this stuff, I'm sure it just makes your head spin. Just continue to listen, study divergence, not to use in a traditional sense, because that's not showing you anything. If price action is following returns and you're trying to find an imbalance in buy and sell pressure, why are you using indicators that are built on price action and lagging? It makes zero sense if you really start to think about it. And this shuts people down. This shuts them down right in their tracks. If you're out there talking to somebody and they're going to say, well, no, you use RSI, just tell them, explain it to them. Anybody smart's going to be like, show me more. All right. That's what I do. I mean, there's definitely smarter people than me out there. 100%. If somebody's speaking truth, I'm going to listen, man. You always know too, because I talk a lot. If you ever hear me quiet, trust me, I'm listening. Somebody's saying something smart. Somebody's saying something smart. A lot of times it's Yasha. Yasha's spitting truth all the time. Yeah, this dollar's running away from these low time frame power means. Yeah, at some point this thing will pull back. Let's see. You know what? Before the market opens,
can I spit some shill real quick?
Yeah,
you just say, hey, if you haven't, the new Alpha Trading website is launched. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell whoever you know likes to trade.
It is cool.
Groovy stuff on there.
Groovy. Yeah. Just got it relaunched, upgraded. Looks beautiful. Yes, it does. Yasha went on a mission. Okay, Bitcoin. Now, you say the volatility's low. Right? Dixie gaining strength, Bitcoin volatility low. Something's got to happen. What's going to break? All right, here was the 4 hour. You had all this low volatility. We were telling you there's a move coming. It was only an $800 pop right here, right? Boom, on the 4 hour. But, no. Still, I told you the volatility was going to expand. Has it on the daily? Negative. A little bit, right? A little bit, and it's positively correlated. Obviously, look at the entropy percentile starting to build too. Right? Look at the last time. Entropy percentile started building. Volatility was low. All the lengths are low. This move's going to, when this shakes out, right? When this move begins, because like right at this moment in time, I mean, it's up in the air. There's probabilities to the upside. There's probabilities to the downside. That's how these things work. Until we get a sustained move and it starts cooking and you drop into trend, then we can give you some good information. This thing is in a random walk. What person in their right mind is going to be like, hey man, we're going to the moon. Hey, Bitcoin's about to lose 5K, right? This thing's dropping. There's nothing at all right now to give you any of that information. Now, if I were to look at this and say, man, we got outside this power mean band pretty far. This shows a lot of strength. For this data set to go sideways back into the power mean band and still hasn't dropped, because we're always looking for this wave trend checkup or the 33 power mean, right? And it's down there, right? It's under 26K now. Under 26K. Remember, earlier in the week, I mean, I think it was pretty low. So, yeah, that's not too much of a drop. We're talking 2K to come check up on this reverse wave trend. But it's looking frisky. It really is. And I've seen these things ride. They can ride these power mean bands to the moon. Let's see.
Look, there's a mean reversion happening on the 4 hour since the last few candles. So would not be surprised to see it dip down just for a quick touch of that mean and that RMLR.
I mean, this is you got reverse Fisher up here on the 5-day at what? 33,956. Let me see something real quick. Where's it down here, man? Supporting price action big time. Supporting. Jeez. Let's see here. Z-score's riding pretty high. Starting to have an outlier on the daily. Boy, it's the variance though, right? The variance is flat. Real flat.
Yeah.
Not doing much. And of course, then you get the returns oscillator. Just going straight. Okay, this is on a daily. Right? This is why you have got to have a workflow. You can't just jump up here and trade the daily. anybody that's out there trading macro time frames, hey man, all the power to you. But I got a newsflash for you. You have absolutely no idea where this data set could possibly go. Zero. How can I tell you that? Well, because, man, we have the indicators. We have the indicators. And right now, when you're in a random walk like this, volatility is totally crushed, all three lengths. Your variance is going sideways with an outlier, which is like, oh, thanks. Good info there. And the returns oscillator is just hugging the zero mean. I mean, there's nothing to say here. Really, there's nothing. You're going to have use that workflow, dropping down through time frames when the initial move starts to get an idea, to get direction. But right now, the little bit that we are having, a little bit of expansion, it is positively correlated. It is positively correlated. Let me see something, man. Oh, we're getting a little bit there too. Always blow these indicators up, right? Too, so you can see them better. There's a lot going on you won't be able to see. Sexy. Let's see which is which. Boy, it's sometimes the 981 and the 2400. Sometimes they are a little hard. Yep, makes sense. So the 981 too, huh? Expanding a little bit. What's it at? 1.23%. 525's at an 8. 2400's at 18.75. Pretty low. Pretty low. And let's see that 981. Negatively correlated. I would probably, since we got that nice 4-hour pump, I would imagine that this is going to be negatively correlated too. Yeah. Yep. That's why we're seeing their eyes. So, right, you got the 525 length. It was expanding, positively correlated. 981's expanding. It was negatively correlated, saying down. So you got the 525 saying up, 925 saying down. Then you got the 2400 contracting, negatively correlated. Yeah, that's why we're seeing this rise. But hey, coming from this daily time frame, that 4-hour, it's just a walk up, man. The price action's starting to walk up on contraction of a higher length. What's that?
Yeah. No, I was just saying that's why I wouldn't be surprised if it does spike down. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it pump right back up.
Yeah, man.
Continue on up.
And once you learn, guys, if you're listening, wherever you're at, on TradingView, Twitch, YouTube, if you're on YouTube, worthless platform. Elon, go buy YouTube too. Make YouTube great again. Has he done that to Twitter though? Twitter.
My God.
Yeah. Funny. So this is, so when we always are talking about outliers, not only are we talking about, is what I'm looking for. This to me, these are occurrences that are going to be creating outliers in the variance, right? So when I see this volatility low, this is, as a volatility trader, whoop, whoop, your spidey senses are tingling. We all know that. They've been doing this for a while. Guarantee there's not one person that understands this that isn't going, oh, we got a move coming, right? When the daily volatility is low. Let's see the 2-day. 2-day, hello. 2 days is off the cliff. 3-day. 5-day, dropping fast too, man. Dropping fast. I mean, look at some of these 5 days. And after these volatility contractions like this, you get big moves, man. And I've done this before where I can look at volatility, expansion, contraction, the correlations. I can throw up verticals and tell you exactly what the data set did. We used to do this all the time. But it gets to the point where it's like, okay, enough's enough. It's right every time. It's like, yeah, I know it's right every time. That's why I continue to show it. Where there's a lot of stuff that will give you bad information, right? If you're using lagging indicators, yeah, man, not good. Not good. Same with the variance. Somebody looks at an indicator like this, well, it never goes to the downside. Well, yeah, variance, it's just the spread of data around the mean. When variance is rising, that's telling you that the data is spreading from the mean. Now, whether or not that moves to the downside or the top side, that's what the correlation is going to tell you, right? That's what the correlation is going to tell you. And every one of these outliers that are pink on pink, you're going to see a massive move to the downside. Massive moves to the downside. Same when you get a positive correlation and the market's open. You're going to get a move to the top side. This is how volatility works. And so if you look here on the 5-day, right, you get this outlier on the 5-day with this move that bounced off the top, pretty much the power mean band to get up above this 99 log MA. Look when the variance turned down. You get these wicks right here to the downside. It came down. As soon as the variance started contracting, it was positively correlated. So yeah, you got some strong little quick moves back down to what, around 26.5, I think. Yeah, about 26.5. But then the correlation broke, and it's negatively correlated. And this variance read, look how low it is. I'm telling you right now, man, it's almost party time. This data set is going to fly. Which way? Yet to be determined. Do I have a bias? Of course I have a bias, but we're not going to be like YouTube Jimmy, right? Did you read YouTube Jimmy's thumbnail now? Oh, hold on. All the bearish shit's on hold. I think Bitcoin's going to break out now. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I can't exactly remember what the title was, but I was just like, oh, God, YouTube Jimmy, make up your mind, man. Well, you can't, right? You can't make up your mind. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to look at. So when that variance comes down, negatively correlated, look at the data set. It's still just going sideways. Oh, I mean, if this variance pops positively correlated, you start to get an outlier. Look out, man. Look out. Because you got volatility reads low all over the place. And the daily should have everybody's eyes open. Because when this expands, you're going to see some expansion. You're going to see a move. And considering the bulls are in charge right now, yeah, man, look out. Look the heck out. Okay, yep. Let's go all the way down here. Yeah, starting to have a little outlier to the downside on the 15-minute, right? Look at all the fishers taking a deep dive here. Was there right at the top? Yeah. Yep. Little hidden bear.
Starting a little baby trend there.
Baby trends. Oh, yeah. Immediately. Bam, bam. And this, yeah, good stuff. But look on the 15. I mean, it just sent a wick right to the reverse fisher. Right to the reverse fisher.
And it just tagged the center of the daily.
I bet it did. Hello. Yeah. Top of the weekly, center of the daily range. And just like, so the dollar's got this above, right? All this resistance. Look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's got the weekly range, bottom side of the 68.3, daily range. I mean, this thing's propped up right here. I'm not saying it can't drop. Would you start getting down to the bottom of the 68.3, or if Bitcoin wants to make a 1 SD move down here, 27.7? I mean, we were there earlier, right? This is where pretty much that move started. Yeah. Close anyway. Where was it? Where's that bad boy? I was right at yesterday, 68.3. So yeah, but it just had found support at the bottom side of last week's weekly. Like I said, if you're able to diagnose where these new ranges are coming in before the new week, you'll understand why a data set's doing what it's doing, right? Sometimes I've been bored before where we'll be going in. There'll be maybe 12 hours left in the end of the week. And I'll get a read. I'll see where the new weekly is going to be, and I'll be like, all right, bulls are getting ready to kick this thing in and run it up. Right? You look at your charts. What are you seeing on the low time frames? Because there is a high probability they're going to run it up there. Same with the bears, right? If you're diagnosing, you're making a down move, and you want to see where the new weekly is, those bears are going to try to push it down below, just like the bulls try to push it up above. Try to use that area as support or resistance. Let's see here. Real support and resistance, right? Volatility ranges and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me see here. The minis are getting beat up, aren't they? The minis are getting beat up. So SPY, what does SPY do? SPY literally pre-market gaps down to the first support level of the new weekly. Where's the new weekly? Oh boy, SPY heads. Tighter than last week, right? Last week had a big weekly range. Did SPY range? Yeah, man. Stayed in a nice tight range too, didn't it? Let's pull it all in. Polar all in. There we go. Boop. There it was right here. Let's see. What was the low? Low was about 406. High, about 411, 412. Didn't quite get to 412. Almost. So yeah, tight little range right there. It was the week previously. We got that nice big boom boom, right? That was a tighter weekly range. Now this week, look up, man. This is SPY's weekly. Up here, it's so damn tight. There's the center of it right there. What, 408.94? Top side's 409.06.80. This thing is only 26 cents wide. Look for SPY to make some moves. And so what right before the open too. Look, right at the end of the week, right? Right at the end of the week, what do the bulls do on SPY? They push it up. They close it above the new weekly by, what, a couple bucks? I'm telling you, this stuff is real, folks. This happens every freaking week. But people are in denial. They want to use their RSIs and their whatever they're using. Knock yourself out. If you want some real intel about these markets, come listen to us. Come get the free trial after a week or two, after you get the terminology down so you don't waste your time, right? We want you to get this quickly. At least to realize, oh, this might be something I need. You kidding me right now? It's what everybody needs. That's why we're here. So, but pre-market, the bears just dump this thing to the first support level, right? Then it runs up, checks up on, there's just nothing right there, really. There is, but let me see, I can put this on a minute. Is that the daily? Yeah, there's the first support level. So it literally gaps down to the first support level on the weekly, right? Boom, shoots up right to the first support level, flipped resistance on the daily. You got the 1 SD down here. Top of the month. No, what resistance is that on the monthly? I can't remember. Oh, it's the top side. That's right. Top side of the monthly. Yeah, down there like 404. Okay. Makes sense. The way the dollar looks in this tight weekly range on SPY. Yeah, man. Good stuff. And you know what? Who was that? Somebody said they were gonna throw in some puts on SPY for the opening this week, going, through Easter weekend. Paid off, depending on what you bought. Paid off for sure. I'm out of that trade immediately because that's where I would have been looking. I would have probably been looking to the top side of that monthly range, 404 and a half, 405. That'd have been a quick little profit for sure. And that's what it's all about. Everybody wants to get in these big trades, make all this money. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about at all. It's about small sizes, spreading the risk and taking your profit, limiting the positions that are going against you. Just get out of them. It's always boggled my mind. I'm not saying I haven't done it. It boggles my own mind. When you sit there and you're like, why am I in this trade? Finally, having a moment. That's all. Let's get out of it. Good boy. Dude, it almost feels better doing that than it does to win a trade. You understand? I'm sure people have been doing this for a while can attest to that. That when you do get in a bad position, you know how hard it is to get out? Your ego's just like, no, don't do it. You're the best trader in the world. Right? You're like, no, I'm exiting. Dude, it feels great when you get out of the trade. You're like, I knew I had it in me. I knew I could get out of that. I got a bad read. It happens. It happens. And usually when you're trying to front run stuff. And if you haven't been doing this for a while and you're trying to front run and you don't know how to use a workflow, you can get really good at front running stuff if you understand what you're seeing on all these time frames, especially volatility trading. But that's usually when you're going to get a bad position. When you're misdiagnosing what you're seeing in your workflow, and then you get an entry on a low time frame that literally almost immediately you'll be like, yeah, that wasn't good. Listen to your gut. I'm telling you. Don't listen to your head. Your head's going to get you in trouble every time. Your gut is digesting this information. Now, does it make sense? Your gut is digesting all this information. So those little thoughts, that first thought you get, go with it. How many times do you have a thought, but then your mind will literally change, right? Your mind will override the gut. And there's such a high probability that you're going to fail doing that. Just think back in decisions you've made and you don't go with your gut. You should always go with your gut. Like I said again, your gut is the brain that's digesting this information, and it's going to tell you. Got to listen to it. That goes with anything, right? Anything. Go with your gut. Because that mind, it's part of that collective consciousness. And if you're not aware of the worldly conditions, right, the collective consciousness is jacked. Jack to what Grandpa used to say, jack to the tits, Scotty. Jack to the tits. I had a cool grandpa. Fun to play golf with. Total character. Never got really, really good, but just, oh my God, so fun to play with. Saw him kill a goose on accident. Pretty wild. He told him, they were at the end of the tee box. Get out of the way, goose. I said, you're good, Papa. Said you're gonna smoke one down the middle on a nice line. He tops the drive, and it just hits a goose right in the side of the neck. Took 2 steps and just fell over dead. I was like, oh Jesus. Help! We need a goose surgeon. My grandfather just killed a goose. All right. Funny. Bringing back memories. Good Lord. Let's not try to do that midstream, Bilbo. Yeah, I miss that guy. Let's see here. Good Lord, Tesla. What are you doing over here? Elon, what'd you do? You tweeting stupid stuff again? How about that guy? He throws up the Doge icon on the, when you go in to log into Twitter, it just pops Doge up. All the kids are like, hey, start buying. Nothing pulled back. We should look at it. You guys want to look at Doge? See this madness? Poor kids. Good God. Let me see here. What do you know? And then once again, was that sustainable? Was that sustainable? No, the hell no, it's not sustainable. That's how bad it is out here, guys. And this was in NFTs. People are charting them, which, hey, what is technical analysis all about? I don't care if you're volatility trading or whatever trading. You're literally mapping like the emotional state of traders. But this is where people get confused and why they get wrecked by algos. Algos don't have emotional states. But when you get the majority of traders that think like this, you don't think it's going to have effect on the data sets? Yeah, it is, man. People are just insane. You get out here, there's nothing up here. But like what I saw yesterday, I'm like, okay, so this is what this project's doing. If we can bust through a 10 SOL floor, there's resistance at the 20 it'll probably go to 20. That's where the next resistance. So I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So I go and I pull this up, and on Magic Eden you can look at analytics and it'll show you the data set. And then so I put it on a high time frame and I look. 20 SOL floor is like in price discovery, and this guy's calling it a resistance level, and I'm just like, this is where we're at, man. This is where we're at. And this guy had like 8,000 Twitter followers. And a lot of them are like, oh, thanks for the information. Oh my God, I love when you give me this information. And I'm just like, just smacking my face going, how in the hell is this guy putting out this information and getting people going, oh, this is great? None of them know. None of them know how to do any of this. They're just winging it. A lot of these people in crypto, this is their first experience in trading, period. And they come in guns a-blazing, watch YouTube Jimmy one time, take their TA course, grab some indicators, and just woohoo, and just release themselves into the wild. Well, it's ridiculous. There was nothing up there except price discovery. How in the hell is that resistance? There's no resistance up there. That thing could go to the moon, for Christ's sakes. That's why sometimes people will literally throw in a YOLO on like buying premium. You get a data set that gets so close to price discovery, dude, you have no idea what that thing could do. These are lotto tickets. That data set, like you see some of these biotechs and shit, man, they could jump 100% in a day. You just never know. Once you get into price discovery, it just runs. So Doge, look how far outside it is from the daily power mean band. You really think that's sustainable? Did it not pull back immediately back down to, almost got a wick right to the wave trend? And now it's just sitting here. It is above Fisher. I'll tell you what, if you can get the wave trend, if this wave trend rejects off the Fisher, Doge could dump out again. But these are the kind of moves, right? I mean, that thing went from 6 cents to like 10.5. All right, pretty damn good move. But you know how many of these kids and stuff, like day whatever it was when he's populating the freaking Twitter, the Doge logo on Twitter. How many kids are up here buying? How many kids got wrecked? I mean, it's ridiculous, man. People, please stop. Right? You talk about a shit. I mean, Elon, I laugh at it because he knows. He knows the power he's got. Crazy. How he gets away with this is mind blowing. Mind blowing. People are like, whoa, he's not doing anything wrong. I'm like, okay. I guarantee you the SEC could find something that he's doing wrong. It's a manipulating price, that's for sure. So Doge just runs. What's this thing look like on a... It's crazy, man. Oh yeah, not enough history. What about a 3-day? Whoops. Jesus. Well. I mean, it literally just came back to the weekly wave trend. Let me spread this out a little bit. Jesus, man, this is tight. This is what happens when you get a asset with no history. You don't get good reads. So yeah, first, Doge drops down to the low down there at like whatever, 6 cents. Outside the power mean band, comes up, tests, almost got a wick to the wave trend right there, pulls back, and then boom, there's the rocket ship outside the power mean band. Where's it come back down to right now? It's at the weekly wave trend pretty much. A little bit over 8 cents. I mean, we're literally a tenth. What is that? A tenth of a penny? Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Something like that.
Right back to it. Here's the 4 hour. This thing's probably, let me reset this price scale. And that's another thing about the Alpha Trading Discord. Especially if you're just coming into crypto, you have a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips. Crypto, look, when you become your own bank, dude, it is rough. I mean, it is rough. A lot of people make mistakes. You don't have to be that one. We are a wealth of knowledge. You want to know about wallets. You want to know about whatever you want to know about crypto, right? Come in the Alpha Trading Discord. Ask some questions, man. We'll help you out. We hate seeing people lost. Here's look at that 4 hour candle, right? Look at that 4 hour candle. What percentage move is this madness? Let me see. And I bet you, it was Elon. Well, I guarantee I'm going to find some div to see why that thing popped. I think we did at the end of last week. I can't remember. Yeah, almost 37% move on that 4 hour candle. And then what happened? Then you get the pull back here. So what did that do? You understand that these degens, how over leveraged they probably to get that pullback like that? You think that just happened? Did that happen for a reason? Trust me, people don't take their profits. They over leverage themselves. You get a pullback like that, guarantee you that liquidated people. And then what happened? It goes right back up. But then, everybody that bought that move, if they did not take profit, they lost pretty much everything they made. That's just ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. And this thing dives outside the bottom side of the power mean band. Where did it find support, though? The sooner you realize how strong these log moving averages are. I mean, it's just a rando 99 length log moving average. Sure seems to catch a lot of moves. I've showed it over and over again. That sometimes that is the bottom, right? And it bounced, boom, right there. But now look at all the rejections on this wave trend. Whoa, blow that back up. Look at all the rejections. It didn't quite get there, but man, a wick, pull back, trying to find support down here at the 9. It's below the 33. Yee! This thing's in trouble. It's looking like it's in trouble. The trend. Everybody's like, oh no, and then it trended up. Then, now we're trending back down. People don't even know what trend is. There was only one part of trend, that one freaking 4 hour candle, pretty much up to the top here. Right, you can see expansion, positively correlated, contracting, negatively correlated, trend over, back into a random walk. All of this entire data set from about here on, this is all random. Back now, volatility's crushed again. After full expansion, I mean everything, all the APPs, volatility grade, all 3 lengths of, this is kids. You're out there trading crypto, getting wrecked. And for God's sakes, no one to take your profit. This is profit taking right here. You see this? You don't care. You're taking, guys, it was almost a 40% move. How in the hell are you not taking your profit? Instead, you add on to your position. The algos see like a liquidation points. Guarantee it. They see this liquidation points, or people got trailing stop losses, whatever. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. And so you get a 37% move. Then on the pullback, you don't think 15% pullback is going to liquidate some people that are over leveraged? Big time. Big time.
Absolutely.
Because they're right here and it's continuing to move, right? And they're looking at low time frames. They're like, oh, I'm adding back on. Oh, man, look, did you just see that? Oh, my God, that's the goal. We got to do the golden pocket. This is going to the moon.
Yeah.
And so they just start cramming leverage on. Maybe they start at 10x, 20x, 30x, 40x. We're going for it. 50x. Oh my God, I'm a millionaire. I'm wrecked.
Yep.
That's what happens. And they just, I don't know, man. And so you're like, well, then why are you out here trying to help them? You always talking about being on the other side of these people's trades. Yeah. You figure it out now? All you got to do is listen to us talk, right? Look in our descriptions anywhere. We're not selling, right? We don't have all these links trying to make money. We're not onloading people onto leveraged exchanges, right? You know how much money those YouTube Jimmies make doing that? They make a lot of money. People are like, he must be a great trader. Look at his studio where he broadcasts from and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And oh, he's always talking about how much money he makes. And it's like, yeah, man, they're BSing you big time. One of the biggest YouTube Jimmies lives with his girlfriend in an apartment. Not making fun of it at all. I'm just saying. If you're such a great trader making all this money, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Maybe just, live in modest means. I do for sure. I don't need a lot to make me happy.
Yeah, pretty much the only links you'll find in our descriptions are links to our own website, Discord, and social media platforms, and our trading indicators. That's it.
Yep, 100%. And then we give the people the ability to get this thing on a free trial. And then, guys, if you see what you get, the money that we charge a month is just ridiculous. There's people out there paying more than that a month for like monthly Patreon to some goofy YouTube Jimmy to get signals. Oh, it's insanity. It's insanity. And you do know when that happens that YouTube Jimmy's literally putting a trade in both ways, right? If you don't know the tricks they use, I mean, I don't want to burst your bubble thinking that you're watching the God of trading, or, when you're watching that guy, any of those guys, they're deceiving you big time. Big time. I've called a lot of them out, and it's just always crickets. Always crickets. We trade here, man. That's what we do. We don't try to talk anybody into bad positions, because that's what they do. But like I said, there's people out there spending more money a month on worthless lagging indicators and Patreons and all this stuff. Building. And when you're looking at divergence in that way, where it's literally telling you there's an imbalance in the buy and sell pressure, look, Team A's been running the ball up Team B's ass. Team B took a break. That creates a freaking imbalance. When you got the bulls pushing the data set and the bears aren't battling back and just getting wrecked, we all know how these moves happen, especially when you see a trend like this and you really think the bear algos are going to be up here battling that move? No way, man. They're not in it to lose a shitload of money. If anything, they they turn on the buy algos. They're like, hell, can't beat them, join them. And that's how a lot of this operates. So you get moves like that. Holy shit, man. Everybody's just like, woohoo! We're all going to go to the moon. We're all going to make a fortune. But then they forget that returns mean revert. Here's a good example right here. Woo! Let's look at this on the RMLR. My brain just went total sidetrack. I was burning to make a point and just, oh no. I mean, look at the wick. Look at the wick on that 4-hour candle. That thing went exactly to the third standard deviation band. I mean, exactly to it. Pulled back. Then, where does the next data set run to? And literally, what happened right there? Look at the RMLR. You get this 4-hour candle. Wham! Now, this pullback, show me traditional TA where that pulled back to. I'll show you the RMLR. And I'll show you everybody that got wrecked when that happened. And then what did it do? Man, it rocket shipped right back up to the second standard deviation band. Mean reversion again. Then you drop to then you open up a freaking 4-hour candle on the other side of the RMLR. What happens? You mean revert to the 30 length power mean. Right? Then you drop below it. What's it doing? Whoop! Another mean revert. Here's a 2SD band right here. Got a wick right to it. Then it goes sideways. Boop, 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 boop. Gets back up above it, comes down. It looks like almost, is that 95 Laplace? Pulls right back up inside the first standard deviation. Probabilities at work. Probabilities at work. Now here it is again. Just out here floating around. Right? Hanging right around. Let's see where the 30 length is at. Let's turn off the 11. Let me scale this down a little bit. Where are we? Right at the 1 SD band on the 30. Okay. I mean, we did almost get to
so nice of you to make it so nice of you to make it nice and clear like that with one at a time. I like to slap both on there and more data into my brain and my eye sockets.
Cram it.
But yeah, no, it's clear like that. When you got intersects and stuff with the double RMLRs and stuff, it's good to show those. But when you do it like this, it's nice and clear. I like it.
Yeah. And so when you get like this, even on this little move right here, I call it little, is a nice little move. BTC, or Jesus, Doge, sorry. Doge runs up to, and that was a 3SD move on that 4-hour candle. Look at the wick. And where was it at? Where was the 3SD on the current candle? Right at the third standard deviation band around the RMLR. Got literally zero to do with the current candle deviation levels. This is how all this works together. So you get the rejection there. Right here, I'm starting to look for some sort of, on lower time frames, I'm using a workflow 4-hour down to try to see when is this pulling back? Because I know it is. I know the returns are going to mean revert. Why? Well, you're up here by the 3SD band, man. It's not sustainable. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. So you're up here. I'm using my workflow to find the bear div. Right? When is this going to pull back? Because this is not sustainable. You're going to mean revert. And it used the 30 power mean as a launch point on that 4-hour candle. And we saw how perfect it hit the 3SD band on the 11 length. It gets outside it on the 30 length. And look, it opens up right below it. It pulled back right to it. Opens up below it, right? And there's where we get that little run. All 95, almost. This one wasn't quite. But second standard deviation, 95 Laplace, boom, to the top side. Guarantee this thing just setting up all kinds of div right here. And then you get the mean reversion. And here we are. Now Doge is here. I'm not going to say we. I've traded this shit coin. I definitely not going to. I don't want to own it. That's for damn sure. No thanks. No thank you. I would rather hold Bitcoin. All right, Doge. It's just a meme coin currency. Again, no thank you. But if Bitcoin is a store of value, right? If that's how we're looking at Bitcoin as a store of value, it's not like you're going into the grocery store, you gold bugs out there, and you're taking a bar of gold with you, right? Same thing. If I go to the grocery store right now, say I could spend crypto. You think I'm in the grocery store buying crypto or buying groceries with Bitcoin at this point right now in time? No, man, no thanks. I'd rather use a shit coin, to be honest. I'd rather load up. Or, CBDC, something. Not a central bank one, though. Just stable coin, whatever. Crazy. But would I be using Bitcoin right now? I don't know, man. It's got such an upside. This is like the 10,000 Bitcoin for a Domino's pizza way back in the day. Still had 10,000 Bitcoins. Holy shit. Nope, you bought a pizza with it, man. Yeah, you bought a pizza with it.
Dude, Laszlo has way more than that, dude. He's way more than that.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, he'd still have 20,000 more or whatever,
Right.
10,000 more than he had before, but he had, he already had a nice stack, and he's been building that stack ever since too. So it's not like he lost all his Bitcoin or something.
Yeah, some of the early adopters have a ton.
Yeah.
Have a ton of the bitcoin.
And he's legendary, man. That guy, I mean, he's contributed significant stuff to the core.
Right.
Thanks to him, you could mine back on a Mac back.
Yeah. Yeah. And then recently with the Taproot upgrade, man, it's awesome now because now we're all playing with ordinals. Woohoo!
But yeah, I mean, 20,000 Bitcoin for a couple of pizzas, brutal. Still, but back then it was worth $20, $40, whatever. Like,
yeah,
that's what it was.
Who would have known?
Yeah, well, replacing it was the cost of $40, and
Like I was shocked in like just being in the Solana ecosystem and all those traders and talking in the Discord and stuff, where it's like how just uninformed people are about Bitcoin, and that some of these like younger people don't have any. Yeah, they're degenerate shitcoiners.
They've been led to think that they have to stack altcoins. That's the easy way. That's the easy
right?
Because there's the big returns. Like, it's only big returns if you cash out and swap it for something else, or just at least keep it in dollars or euros or whatever.
Yeah.
If you keep it in that altcoin, you're probably going to lose it.
Yeah. And then there was people talking and Ginny and B talking, they don't even know what the hell Bitcoin is about. Well, who is Satoshi and blah, blah, blah. These people are like, well, this is who it is. Well, that's who it is. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, I'll give you a news flash right now. There's a very high probability that Hal Finney was Satoshi. The first Bitcoin transaction was sent between his own wallets, and he passed. And because when Hal Finney passed away, Satoshi went silent. And at that point, way back in the beginning, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he was the only one that knew where his private keys were. Who would have known? All right, you launch this digital currency saying, screw the banks, blah, 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 the 2008 debacle. You're not going to probably see into the future and see how big Bitcoin is going to become. So it probably wasn't a high priority. Oh, let's make sure my kids or my wife have the private keys or they know how to access this or...
Yep. They were getting a request for Apple.
Yeah.
P-Funk.
And then they're like, who's Hal Finney? And I just start laughing. I'm like, this is where we're at. I was like, he's one of the OG cypherpunks from way back in the day, man. Pretty funny. But yeah, everybody should research the history of Bitcoin just from day one. It's interesting as hell. Really is. Everybody's like, oh,
you hear that little headline that was making rounds in the techie circles that ever since 2018, there's been the PDF, the white paper has been buried on every Mac since 2018.
Really?
I went and I checked. I posted it in the news thing or whatever channel or news. Steve Jobs. And yeah, right. Definitely not Steve. But I went and looked up all my Macs like pre-2018. None of them had it, and from 2018 forward, they all have it.
Where's it at?
There's a command line you can run in terminal. I posted it in the news my members.
And the Bitcoin white paper pops up.
Yep. It's called simpledoc.pdf.
Oh my god. I'll check it out. I want to see that. Cool. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Scotty, can you look at Apple for me?
Oh, you really wanted to look at Apple.
Yeah. I wasn't just randomly saying that.
I thought you were talking about the computers. You actually want to see Apple. Okay. I like Apple.
Tell me your thought.
Well, I know it's been on one hell of a run. It got wrecked pre-market. Ooh, tight weekly range. First thing I see. Holy crap. So you can see right here, look how SPY is getting support on that first support level of the weekly, the green dots right there. Look at Apple. Holy shit, man. Hold on, let me scale this down. This deserves its own window here. Hold on for a second. Oh, I was on. Oh, where are you? Apple. There you are. There we go. Here you go again. Here's a great example of exactly what I talk about. Look at Apple before the close of the week. The bears, right? Look at the bears on the last 2 days, man. They run Apple up here from like whatever 167 all the way down to the center of the weekly range, halfway through the final day of trading. Second standard deviation, center of the weekly, 95 for Laplace. What do the bulls do? Do you think the algos knew the top of the new weekly range was going to be right here? Of course they did. Of course they did. Or wait a minute. God damn it. That was the last day. Sorry. So we're talking daily. So do you think the bulls knew where the new daily was going to be going in the last day of the trading week? Of course they did. They ran it. There you go. They run it right up on top of the weekly range. I just got ahead of myself. But yeah, the last day, the bulls run it up above the daily. And then pre-market last Friday dumps out. Or Thursday, sorry, right? We weren't open on Friday. I got nothing to do with them. And then it bounces off of the first standard deviation in the center of the weekly. And the bulls close it above where the new weekly is going to be. What a fake out, because look what they did pre-market. They ran this thing. This thing is down literally below second standard deviation. Okay, if we're talking 4 hour, 1, 2, third standard deviation on the 4 hour. Right here. Okay, so we got this straight. We know where the weekly is. Weekly range is tight. Very tight. Man, this thing just gapped down into no man's land. Holy shit. Apple. Let's pull Apple up over here.
Bet you it doesn't look like no man's land on the RMLR bands.
Yeah, it's getting ready to come. Let me see here. Where are you? There you are.
I'm looking at calls on it, so I ask.
Well, let's see here.
Oh, look at that.
Well, on the 4 hour, I mean, it almost pulled back to this 33 log MA. Here's Fisher in the 33 power mean down here at about 158. Like, how far out? You're looking at calls.
Like tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah, like 3 days out or something. God, to be honest, you might get a better entry if you wait a sec. And I'm just looking at the power mean band. So what's the volatility doing? Volatility is expanding, negatively correlated right into a random walk too. This is just random. Yeah, the algos are randomly running a train on these bulls. Let me see the daily. This pulled back to somewhere. And seeing this daily, you got to be outside the power mean band up here. Wouldn't be shocked at all. Yep. And so we got back inside the power mean band. So 33, 156. Let me see something. Yeah. I mean, wow. Really no bear. God, where was that at? Is this on the 4 hour? Yeah, there's the bear div. Bear div was on the 4 hour. And the rejection on the zero mean here, pre-market, bam. All the fishers are down. Yeah, I think this thing's going lower, man.
Right. I appreciate that. That's why I asked.
I mean, but it is. It's at the 33. It went down right to the 33 power mean in the 4 hour here. Thing is, I looked on the daily though, right? And I mean, it's positively correlated on this down move, even though, right? Is it setting up hidden? Yeah, but man, that could that hidden's gone. If you see Apple at about 157.5 for the daily, there is no div. All the fishers are down, but they are very, very spread out. Very spread out. You want to see when these things are in lockstep. That's when you get these good moves, man. Good moves. Was that hidden? That was weak. That took it to the top. Yeah, just random walk, volatility expansion, negatively correlated. Let me see here on the daily. Let's look at all these because everything's expanding. If these are all negatively correlated, I would probably say it's definitely a high probability you would get a better inch. If you're looking to buy some calls, you get it cheaper.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Get them cheaper. Let me see here. Yep, negative.
I think it had bad news out or something over the weekend too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they're all
with the Foxconn or whatever. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah. Like they ran that up $5 on Friday, right? And then you cap it right back down. You know?
Yep. Here's the thing. All the volatility reads, all the lengths are expanding. Right? Boom, 525, 981, 2400. They're all negatively correlated. The APPs are all coming down. That's price percentile. Right? So that's literally telling you, yeah, price is dropping. Let me see here. Variance, not having an outlier, but definitely negatively correlated as the data is spreading from the mean, and all the fishers are down. All the fishers are down.
So you mind looking at one more for me too? General Motors,
GM. I'm pretty sure I got GM on my freaking. Where are you at, GM? How do I not have GM?
Another one. This is another one that I'm being touted on calls on. I got a couple of institutional friends. One was Apple, and one was GM touting on.
Well, I'll tell you what, this looks a lot better than Apple.
Okay.
Actually, look at the correlation. Hidden bull. You got hidden bull.
Cool.
Returns oscillator up, positively correlated. Looks like 2 of the 4 fishers are up. DOP looks like it's ready to pop back to the top side.
Yeah, I agree there.
Random walk. The volatility's low. Volatility's low, and you were outside the power mean band. You did check up on the wave trend and the 33 power mean right here and reject back down. But yeah, I could see this.
More promise to it.
36. What's this 4-hour look like? And you cross the zero mean here. Man, the correlation went negative. You got 3 of the 4 fishers up. Boy, this band's tightening, or the power mean band is tight too. I mean, hell, this candle open and closes almost, or not closed yet, but the width of the candle is almost the whole power mean band. And it's finding support on the 33 power mean. That's always good, especially when that 33 power mean, it's in the process of the power mean band's flipping and it's at the bottom. That's usually pretty powerful to get back up to this wave trend. It's like 36. I mean, we're talking a buck. Huh.
Appreciate it. This way it looks a lot better to me too.
Oh yeah, it looks way better.
Yeah.
Way better. And not setting up any hidden bear either. All the fishers are up on the 90-minute. That's probably going to roll up into the here it just literally on the 90-minute on this move right here. Went up and tested the wave trend. But that's the thing. It's random too. Random walk. Now, if we are trending to the downside, if this thing was trending to the downside, I mean, you can see rejection off the bottom side of the power mean band and stuff, but it's not. I mean, it's a random walk. So it could definitely, this thing could definitely be turning around, maybe making a move back up top side. But everywhere I'm looking on these time frames, it all points to like right around $36. What's a 5-day look like?
Thank you.
5-day reverse wave trend is almost at 40 though.
Say that again.
On this 5-day chart, the reverse wave trend is up here at about 39.
Okay. About 39. So there might be some room there.
Yeah, and the variance is low. I mean, this thing's bound to turn up here anytime.
Yeah.
You're looking for the correlation there. But at the same time, I mean, it's setting up hidden bear. For sure. There's just nothing. I mean, there's no correlation right now though. If it is, it's a negative. That's why. I mean, it's kind of get this nice 5-day candle down. But yeah, definitely looks better than Apple. Apple looks like it's got more room to the downside for sure. But then GM, let's look at, you know what? Hold on. Go back over here. Throw this on I don't know why I don't have it. My watch list. Got a ton of shit.
I see Ford signing a deal, I guess, over the weekend. That you know, when we were talking the other day about rare earths and all that shit that China's locking up.
Mm.
So apparently Ford went over to India and bought a plant so they can get a hold of that shit. I'm thinking GM already has one too. Because I mean, think about it. If we're going to run everything on batteries, man, or that kind of shit, we're going to have figure out a way to have that stuff. China's going to run this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the whole thing too. I mean, they're just running such a smoke screen on everybody that's out buying these electric cars. I mean, if we had all nuclear power plants and hydroelectric and solar and wind, I'd be like, hey, yeah, man, you know, let's help with the environment a little bit. Let's buy an electric car. But when you got all these electric cars being charged, literally, I blew somebody's mind the other day. They are just on this like, woohoo! It affects people in such a weird way. It's like anybody that drives a car that runs on gas are like total idiots. And, oh, this is the way you need. And I'm like, you're a fucking dumbass. I was like, you go home, plug that in, right? You plug that in and charge it. Yeah, it's an electric vehicle. It's like, how do you think they're making that electricity, dumbass?
Well, here's the thing. See, you gotta think about this, man. You got a year and a half. You're going to have a new president and all this bullshit about saving the earth. Like they've been doing. That's all about them.
Yep.
We're going to go right back to oil. We're going to go right back to the pipelines. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why? When you're going to when China's just doing whatever the hell they want anyway? What? Come on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
and there's nothing like driving an 800 horsepower Dodge Demon. Pump gas.
This too, man.
Pump some gas.
The average price of a car, is $45,000.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's insane. Come on.
That's up like 12 grand in a year or something stupid, right?
I know. That's what I mean. Trust me. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, like
I got friends of mine that have a lot of money and they're turning in their cars, man. They don't want to be paying $1,000 a month for a lease. These guys make a lot of money, you know, but they can't justify $1,000 a month on a car.
Yeah.
What is that, the new norm now?
Yeah, totally. And here's the center of the new weekly range for GM. It's a lot wider than what we've been looking at. But is that first freaking candle of the week? Yeah. I mean, look at literally. So it gaps down below the first support level on the daily GM did this morning and just boom. Right to the 1 SD on this first 4-hour candle. Right to this actually looks good. Does look good.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. I mean, the end of the week over here, these bears are pushing it down below where the weekly range was going to be. But those bulls are like, no, thank you. Push it right back up above. Yep.
I see the weekly on yours. Okay.
And yeah, and you know what we never did too? Here, let's see something, because I never looked at the RMLR. Whoops. I'm going to look at apples first. What am I on? 4-hour? Oh, boy. Good boy. So, goodness gracious. This thing literally, Apple, yeah, that's where it went to 3SD in the 4-hour. Bam. It's finding some support on the 30 power mean right here.
Yeah.
But not saying it can't drop farther. I mean, it didn't even get to the 2SD band. Let me see on the daily what this thing looks like. And is this a 30? It is. Let me turn off the 30 and go to the 11. Come here. There we go. Now let me scale this down a little bit. See what we're messing with here. Goodness gracious. I mean, to the top side up here, though, man, we were barely even past the 1 SD band. I mean, this thing, then it drops all the way to the 2 SD on that current candle right there, on that daily candle. Almost hits a 3 SD band, pulls back up above, and then pre-market today, man, it's in the third standard deviation. Current candle today is right at the 3 SD band, down at like 158.5 or something. But does it want to come all the way back down to the power mean? Not likely when it's outside these bands like this. It could take days if it is going to do that. Is this a daily? I'm just looking for, like I said, it doesn't look like it's done. to the downside. But hey, man,
I think there's more downside too. That's one I was hesitant on. That's why I was asking you about it.
Well, but then I look at the RMLR and I look at where it's positioned in the bottom side of these deviation bands on this 11 length. And I mean, as much as it does look like it wants to go down farther, I mean, this is going to, I mean, you got the 3SD band. If this does drop and it gets down to around, 158.5 or something, that'd probably be, I would imagine it'd be a great entry. Not to say it's finding support on the 30 power mean right now. Hell, this thing can mean revert and be right back at 167 or something.
Well, look what it did on Thursday. You know what I mean? Or
right.
Friday or whatever. Wednesday. Look at the Wednesday and Thursday, and the next day it's back up $5.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
If I was looking for a call though, it'd definitely be up around this 11 length.
Yeah.
For sure. 16, anywhere from like, I don't know, 165, 166, 167 strikes or something.
All right. I'm wondering if Tesla down here is I don't know. Apple products got this whack. It just keeps opening his mouth. The guy's his own worst enemies like Trump. I say that up. I'm sorry.
Let me see here. Where are you?
Just kidding.
You're giving me shit. There you are. Oh, shit. Let me see some. Trade on Apple. Yeah, I mean, earliest, what do we got? 4 days out. And that's the weekly close. Dude, I'd almost, if I was going for anything, I'd be looking at the April expiration here in 11 days. How much is, let's see. So where is that RMLR?
Apple?
Yeah. So if we're over here, the 11 length RMLR is up around 167. 167. Woof. And calls are pricey, man.
For how many days? Oh, wait a minute.
No, they're not that bad, man.
They're 40 cents.
Yeah. The 167 and a half. I tell you what, man, that's probably not a bad move.
Yeah, even the dollar, even the 165 is at 97.
Yeah, that's not even bad. Yeah, because that would be, well, and you've got the expected move on this expiration at dead on 165. And like you said, 99, now it's at $1. That might not be a bad trade because that could easily double. If it gets in the money, it could triple.
Yeah. I don't see Apple going back there though. That high, just don't. But
well, especially when you got. Let me flip this, reload this. Let me see something. Oh, dollar, come back to earth. Come back to earth, little dollar. There you are. Well, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, especially if the dollar digs some heels in here and starts running.
Oh, it's up even more, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, it's on a mission. Come on, man. Load my chart for God's sakes.
Populate. Populate that chart.
Populate. There, my right. God.
You got to cheer it on.
Said to move along, move a little bit. Shake and move. Yeah. Coinbase sold off early. Boy, it popped right to its weekly range with a quickness. Those bulls but before the weekly open, bulls, like last Thursday, could only push that thing right into the weekly range. Ah, boy. Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable with crypto breakout than anything in the traditional markets. And I'm saying that if the dollar breaks out, crypto could damn well follow it. Traditional markets, though, that dollar finds some strength. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if a lot of this goes to the downside here in the week here. That's what I'm saying. You could probably get a better entry. But where's the dollar going to run to? Let's flip on the dollar real quick here. God, that's a 5-day. That's right. Yeah, like I said, I mean, that reverse wave trend's up there at like 104. This thing runs around 104. That would be I'd be looking for a rejection there. Is this hidden though? Is this hidden popping? Yeah, it's negatively correlated. I know we already looked at this, but come on. Come on, you. Yeah, I mean, the dollar looks strong right now. The dollar looks strong. Although all the volatility reads on the 4 hour are all, well, the 981 to 525 are contracting. 2400 still expanding a little bit. And there's the power mean. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Right? It started to reject right here on the 4 hour on that reverse wave trend in the 99 log MA. Looks like the little data set has got something in mind here. So you see the 4 hour doing that, and it's like, holy crap, man. This thing, not only is it outside the power mean band, it's above the Fisher too. Now remember, this when you get a volatile move, these power mean bands, every 4 hour close, this thing will flip bullish and just start chasing it down. Chasing the data set down. That's why you want to go up here on, those higher time frames and get a read on, where those reverse wave trends are, like on the 5 day, right? It's up there at 104. 104. I know we already went through this. I just can't remember. And then on the 3 day, yeah, same. 104.5 area. 2 day. Ta-da! Yeah. Top side, same. A little bit over 104. A little bit under 104, which kind of makes sense at this point. Although you are at the bottom of the power mean band. 33 power mean too. Like I said, it's right at the bottom. So what's going to happen here? This thing going to stay bearish and we're going to reject here? Or is it going to go up here and test the wave trend again? 2 day. It's up there at 104.3. So what's happening right now? Mean reversion. That's what's happening right now. Let's see. Let's go to the RMLRs here. Okay, Dixie, you going to populate for me? This thing's on the struggle bus. There's a 4 hour. This thing is at the 3 SD band. At the 3 SD band. But right, you get a new candle. 3 SD band's now up here at about 103. But daily. Oh, wow. Using the RMLR. Okay, so what do I think now on the dollar? Looking at this daily. And seeing that 3 SD band up there right at the power mean. This thing could be on a collision course for like 103.5 easily. Shit, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it did it today. The way this thing's looking. It's still inside the 3 SD normal distribution. Let's see what the 30 looks like. Oh yeah, and you got the 30 up here. You were down, broke back up on top of the 1 SD band. This looks like a no-brainer right now for the dollar. The 30 power mean 103.5. 103.5. Your one-stop shop for classic rock. Let's go. Let me see here. We got anything in Alpha Voice? Holy shit, is my VPN?
Sure do.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of people here. I see some people who are relatively new. Some people might even have some questions about how to use different indicators and whatnot. So if you have any questions, by all means, chime in. What this place is for.
Hey, can you run the workflow on SPY?
On SPY. Let's see here. Let's start with the RMLR. Okay, we already know the dollar is probably on its way up another, what was that, 1.5 or something? What was the dollar at? No, hell, only about a point. So here's the daily. God, you're only at the 1 SD band. This thing just looks weak as hell. Where is the... Turn off the 30. Turn on the 7. Yeah, that makes more sense. Boy. Well, I mean, you've got the 30 power mean up here on the daily at about 396. I mean, God, that's 10 points. Do I think that's going to drop that far? It's all going to depend if that dollar can stay up there when it gets up to 103, could be in trouble. But right now, I mean, this thing's mean reverted. It could bounce from here. Let me see something. Yeah, man. And I've talked all last week about this thing getting back into the power mean bands. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty evident what's going on here, SPY. I mean, I definitely see this thing pulling back around 400 at least. At least. I mean, this power mean band is attempting to flip back up bullish. You got the 9 length that is already crossed up, 33 power mean, reverse wave trend, almost breaking out to the top side of the power mean band, all 3 lengths. This is a magnet right here, right now. Especially, look, you got wave trend getting ready to cross. Actually, they're right on top of each other. But you get this cross, wave trend up on the top side of 33 power mean. This is definitely 401. What's the top side? Yeah, like 402. 402. I mean, hell, it's almost 5 points. 402. See if it's caught up here on the 4 hour. Has to be the top side of the power mean band at least. Yeah. Cross happening here too. And we're talking wave trend and Fisher, even more of a magnet. Let's see if it's in the same spot. 401, 401.5. Put it this way. I would definitely probably be looking at puts on SPY. But if it gets down to around 400, 401, 401 and a half, retest these areas, I'll be looking for calls again. Because the dollar looks like it is just, that's what's happening, right? I mean, there's just a lot of mean reversion happening. The dollar was just icky. It's like you can say, oh, the dollar's going to get strong again. It's like, well, show me why. I mean, why? Just manipulation. I mean, nothing making the dollar strong except a bunch of fucking tanks and stealth bombers and whatnot, which I guess that's a good reason for the dollar to be strong. It's just ridiculous. Currency literally backed by nothing but bullets and bombs. And I would have to say that that's going to fail at some point. And let me kick on SPY. I want the most important thing. I want to see what these expected moves are at the end of the expiration in April here. 11 days. Yes. Yeah, the expected move to the top side is 416, bottom side 3. What is that? 397 and a half. Jeez. If I were to throw an iron condor on right now, that would be the range. Let's see what that would even be right now. Or maybe even a butterfly, but an iron condor. You push this out. We'll push it up above. So let's see, I would sell the 416. Let me see here. That's call. I'd sell the 397 put, but then I want to do a 3-point condor, which, so if I'm selling the 397 put, I'm going to buy the 394, and that just happens to be right at the first standard deviation. And if I'm going to, you know what, I would sell the 417 call, because then then you're buying the 420, and that's at the 1 SD of the top side. That is a 59% probability of profit. To get 50% of that profit, 69%. Take $200 in buying power for just a measly $98 profit. This is what trading is all about. It's not about in like buying fucking 10 or 20 lots of here so I can have $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 profit. Because that's also going to take probably about $2K in buying power if you go to the top side that I just mentioned. But it's all about size and spreading your risk. So you find a lot of these trades where 50% of profit is like 70 percentile. I mean, that's literally above first standard deviation. I mean, I'm down for that, right? And let me see here. So we're talking. So you'd be like, well, why would you even waste that brain power for a $50 trade? This is what building an options portfolio is all about. I'm going to spread the risk. This might be one of 100 trades, right? What if this is one of 50 trades, and I'm freaking low size on all of them, right? Looking for high probability of a 50% profit. It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. And that's what helps you not get wrecked. I'm not super over leveraging myself. Like literally, like say this is a stock and I'm going to go 10 lots. That's 1,000 shares of stock. And it was, say you're doing that on something that's worth $100 or $200, $300 stock. Oh my God, dude. You know how fast you can get wrecked? Real fast. That's why those defined risk trades are great. Defined risk trades. But always remember, options are made to sell. Right? Made to sell. That decay is on your side. You want it to decay. That's why buying premium, that's when you really need to take your profit quickly, especially intraday. For me, you know, buy like 5 SPY calls or something. Dude, if I get in $100 of profit, just take it. Just take it. Because you get a little pullback at all along with decay. I mean, it disappears like in an instant. P-Funk knows. This shit disappears fast. Anybody, HUD Spy's trading intraday SPY, he knows. And I saw him all last week. He was taking his little profits. You have to take them. That's what trading intraday is all about. You can get back. I mean, there's been days I bought a call in the morning, put in the afternoon. It works out perfectly. You just got to take the profit, whatever the market's willing to give you. Whatever.
I only asked about SPY just so I could determine whether I was going to dump what I just dumped.
Nice. Nice.
Serious.
The dump is on, folks. Let me see here. Go back over here. What's the dollar doing? Yeah, I mean, this dollar.
I don't know. We're bouncing nicely. The futures have bounced really nice.
Yeah.
40.98.
You got everything. Everything running with the dollar. That's when you know shit's really screwed up. It's good though.
I mean, Apple's not bouncing back, but GM's going up a little bit. I'm long of 36 calls.
Nice. Yeah. And GM, that was a no-brainer. I'd way more comfortable doing that on GM. Apple?
Yeah, I didn't touch the Apple ones.
Apple definitely looked like it wants to slide a little.
Tesla's not bouncing that back up with it either, but 406 was the spot on SPY in that area.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was looking at the 408 or 409 calls. I didn't pull the trigger on those though.
Yeah, I just did a 408.
Yeah,
33 cents.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
408.
It's literally bottoms or middle of the daily. Got bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace. This tight weekly range is a magnet too. Magnet. I mean, obviously pre-market you dump down, but you're right to that support level, and it's bouncing as the dollar's rising. 408 was probably a good call. I got a ton of shit to do today and tomorrow, right? I got so much leaf blowing and crap to do out here. Go try to clean up these freaking trees that are down. Nightmare. I will be chainsawing shortly.
It's supposed to be 80 here this week.
Yeah, dude. Big time. That's why, like today and tomorrow, before it gets real hot, I want to get the chainsaw going. It always sucks, though. I'm out here alone. All right? Danger, danger, danger. I'm good at a chainsaw, but man, you just never know. And there's nobody around. Oh, shit. Not the smartest idea to run a chainsaw when there's nobody in screaming distance. And it literally take a ambulance or a cop probably about 35, 40 minutes to get here unless they're just out here roaming the boonies for the hell of it. And that does not happen. I've seen a cop once go across the front of my place. They just don't come out this far. There's no reason to. No reason to. And it's different here. Yeah, it's different out here in the boonies. It sounded like Iraq this weekend. Holy shit, man. The boys are out firing, blowing up tannerite and shit. God, The sound of freedom. Good times. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking on, man. If I was like getting in any trades right now, I would like that that April 21st expiration. For sure. Or a nice little butterfly. Let's see what that does. Let's see here. Clear that order. So April 21st. Let's see. Short? No. Long. Let's see here. If I were to sell the two at the money right now and push the wings up here, push the wings, push those wings, because you can always roll these too. Let me see. Roll the untested side. That's not a bad trade. 50% profit, 60% on 50% profit. Only going to take 265 in buying power for a $640 profit. $640 profit. Not bad. I like these butterflies, man. I'm going to end up being the butterfly condor, dude. Forget about everything else, except the intraday stuff. Just buying puts and calls. But any of these farther out expirations, it's just too easy. It's literally like getting free money. Literally getting free money. Butterflies and condors. And if you get, you get one of these data sets stuck in a nice tight range, right? You can do a nice tight regular butterfly, and there's a lot of profit there too. Or what do they call those? Damn it. What are those flies? The flies. God, what do they call those, man? Give me a second here. Stock. Damn it, I can't find it. Can't remember what the hell that strat's called. An iron fly. There it is. Iron fly. Those are interesting plays too. Just learning about them though. Time is it? Holy shit, time flies. Let's take one quick peek here. I'm going to look on these low time frames here, see if this thing. Remember before, I think it was building on the 15, right? Yeah. Building on the 15. Let's see if the 33 is doing anything yet. I mean, just setting up hidden. But this moved it down. This returns oscillator moving down is positively correlated. But there's just the bear div though. I mean, jeez. I mean, you could actually use that as it's crossing the zero mean as a point, considering it is positively correlated. But all the fissures, man, all these fissures are still moving, and the trend is still alive. But you got volatility now, right? Volatility was contracting, negatively correlated. Now it's the correlation's breaking. Correlation's breaking. This could be this if this continues to contract, positively correlated, that'll be the top. That'll be the top of the day, probably. Let me see if it's doing it on the 45 too. Probably not. Actually, expanding again. Yeah. Strong trend. How far up is this trending on the daily? No, random walk. So where is it? Got to be 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours. Just started trending. But 4 hours starting to contract too. 4 hours contracting, positively correlated. Like I said, variance is pretty high. And where are we going? Where are you going, dollar? You're in no man's land, son. You're up here. Got your weenus in the wind, whistling Dixie. What are we doing? It's crazy. You got anything announced, Yasha? No, you got some announcements brewing.
I do. I have some groovy things that are coming up. News for traders. Let me just say the acronym for News for Traders will be coming up shortly for people who want to subscribe to our indicators in a very special way. And those will be made available in the coming days, probably, maybe sooner. Just to reiterate the acronym News for Traders. So yeah, it'll be pretty groovy. Hopefully people will like it. It's going to let people get a hold of our trading indicators in a way we have not yet done. And that'll allow even people who don't even hold any particular crypto to get on board. Because we like to push the crypto use case. Stay away from that stinking fiat. So we're doing some cool stuff with that. And what else am I announcing? I'm announcing that it's the end of holidays soon, and we'll all be just back to regular old daily grind.
This is an
Announcing that.
Announcement that we will be making an announcement.
That's right. I'm announcing all kinds of announcements to be announced in the future.
That's how we roll. Justin Sun. We're going to do this in Justin Sun fashion. But he'll put out an announcement that there is a pre-announcement coming about an announcement.
Right.
He's a riot, man.
We're going to be having a very special event that we're going to announce a very special event where we'll announce a very special event.
Yeah. That keeps crypto degens engaged.
Right.
Engaged. Especially Web3 shit. Oh my God.
Yes. Look for it. Groovy Web3 things happening.
It freaks out Web2 people too. They come into Web3 and they're just like, people are just hounding them every 5 minutes for announcements and shit. And people are, what is wrong with these people? Like, yeah, well, they're all on crack.
If you don't make news every 2 minutes, you're not doing anything. You're burning steam. You're losing steam. Like,
yeah.
No, that's not how you make an impact. You don't just run around chasing your tail, making noise like an idiot every 2 seconds. That's not a productive way to make noise.
No, sir.
Or make noise when it matters. Make an impact. Yeah, a lot of Web3 hype is driven, or was driven anyway, back when prices were to the moon. There was all that noise. Like, if it wasn't making noise every 2 seconds, oh, this project's dead. Why? Because you haven't announced anything in 2 days. Yeah, because you don't announce things every 2 days. Like, that's just not how anything works. No, this is Web3. It has to be hyped and fast and real time, and things got to be now. Why don't you look at the charts? Why don't you go look at the charts, bro? Go look at the VEPS and tell me what the volatility is doing. By the way, if you look at Bitcoin, what I love about it, look at the 15-minute on Bitcoin on your VRE, man. Look at that thing. It hit exactly, like to the penny, the bottom of the daily range. What did I say? If it spikes down fast and goes back up again, I won't be surprised. And also, by the way, it keeps spiking down because it hasn't completed the mean reversion yet. But it could spike down, or it could just sideways and not up. But on the 15-minute on Bitcoin on the VRE, it hit exactly the bottom of the daily range, which was right next to the third standard deviation band of the RMOR that it was right at, and then bounced right back up for the mean reversion. I mean, it's not an accident that we traded this way. And anybody who wants to say that they got better tools, I challenge thee to show me your better tools.
P-Funk, we hear you. What are you playing?
Is that P-Funk?
That's P-Funk.
Hey, P-Funk, don't get me copyright strikes on the 2 views we got on the YouTube.
Yeah, let me there. Yeah, before we get a copyright strike. P-Funk, we had to mute you. Playing some dope music, but yeah. And here, where Yasha just said it came back, tested that daily range on the 15-minute, 99 log MA, just rockets, just sends this data set right back up above the power mean there. Bull div. There was bull div right there too. Kind of a no-brainer. Bam. So you get the bounce there, and it's positively correlated right there. And then the down move, it was negative. Then boom, positive again. All the fissures are up.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Like, anybody who's new to this, if you're watching us on TV or Twitch or wherever you are, you're wondering how it is that people trade better than you all the time and why you're constantly losing your trades and why you're getting wrecked left and right when you're so sure it's working because the guy that you listened to said the triangle is going to go that way or the wedge is going to do this or the indicator or the oscillator that you're using is doing that thing. Well, consider that you're using either random drawing chart art nonsense, which HFT bots don't use, or you're using lagging information, which again, high frequency trading bots do not use. They use things that are built on the means, the returns of the means, the standard deviation of returns, which is volatility. All right. And the entropy, they use those kind of things. Frankly, most of them don't even use the entropy yet, but we do because we're that cutting edge. But yeah, I mean, look at these tools; they're just amazing. And if you're looking at Bitcoin on the 15-minute, man, what it's doing right now is a classic example of why we trade the VEPS and we don't trade the nonsense. It is just a perfect example. Perfect. I like it. So those are my announcements for now. I'll be making some. I'll be hooting and a hollering when we have something exciting to announce about news for traders, as I like to say. It would be nice news for traders, I think.
Nice news.
Nice news for traders. That's right.
Any news? Any news?
Any news? Yeah.
Time is
so.
Speaking of any news.
Wow, man, time is flying, huh?
Time is flying. Ask time to fly. She knows.
That's right. Oh, I had a nice chat over the weekend helping some peoples out when we weren't doing a live stream, but I was talking about trading and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, if you're ever in the Discord and you're wondering, if there's someone around and there's one of us around and you got questions, don't be shy. Pipe up and we'll probably, get on the voice chat with you or whatever.
Yeah.
Help you out if you need help figuring out how to use the tools, stuff like that. Why do we do it? Because we like people. We like to see people not get wrecked. And
boy.
that's all. We want to make sure people know how to use our tools. So if you want to use the free trial, like Bilbo mentioned earlier, come on in to the Discord, ask for the free trial. If you're just getting your feet wet, I mean, I love the free trial. I think it's amazing. I think people should try it out right away. But only if you're actually going to put in the time and effort, as some people have done. If you're not actually going to put in the time and effort full force, you want to kind of tiptoe into the shallows first. Ask for free access to our basic volatility indicators. We'll grant you free access to that. You can have that no problem. As long as you're an active member of the Discord, you can get access to that. That's great. And just get that and learn how to trade volatility. We got a great cheat sheet that contains all the big tendencies you got to learn. And if you are ready to go ahead and start learning this stuff properly, then ask for the free trial. It is 2 weeks of amazing access to an amazing set of indicators. There's people right in here right now who have used it and who have learned to trade. There's people who have come in and they've learned to trade, and they started out. In fact, everybody in here really that's a trader, that's an active VEPS trader, all started out in one way or the other with basically very little to zero knowledge of how to trade the VEPS, and then they all got hooked on with us one way or the other. And all of them that are active traders that I see here in our Discord, I mean, you guys all have done a remarkable job of becoming VEPS traders, to be perfectly honest. And those of you who are still learning and are doing a good job, I have to say my hat's off to you for putting in the time and effort. Yeah, if you're in here just lurking stuff, that's fine. You got, we welcome the lurkers too.
Oh, nice.
But if you want to up your game on trading, and you're just wondering how can I get, the tools and the access, just come on in, ask. We're a friendly bunch of people.
Yeah.
And we will be happy to help you figure it all out. So that's what I have got to say about that.
Boom.
Funny how our conversation on the weekend, he was talking about gut this morning. It was almost deja vu. Talking about gut on the weekend, using your gut, making sure you're following that. Stay out of your brain.
You know what? Oh, let me just say, because I would say it is very good to use your gut, except I will say one corollary to that. or one counterpoint to that, which is if you suck at using your gut, don't test it out with real money. Instead, learn to trade with the tools and understand that our tools are built by serious traders who trade with those tools. We don't make tools that are garbage and then tell you to use those instead of the ones we actually use. We actually use these tools.
Yeah.
Right? We sit around for hours at a time all day trading with these tools. And there's a reason for that, because I'm not going to sit around all day making crappy tools and having people who are amazing at making tools make other crappy tools and then shove those on the people, when our whole purpose here is to help people not get wrecked using the garbage tools that are already out there. So I would say, yeah, use your gut if you're good at using your gut. If you're not good at using your gut, either trade against your gut, because that's also a good thing to do, or avoid your gut and learn to trade with the indicators that you see before you. Because if you know how to read them, they will not lead you astray. They're just amazing tools. If you know how to read them, and if you follow the 3 simple rules of always remembering to take your profits early and often, limiting your loss, which is critical, and not being emotionally attached to your trade. Those 3 things right there will keep you from being a horrible trader and will help you to become the best trader you can be. Do those 3 things with our tools, you will not regret it. And that is not sandwich making advice.
Right.
Oh yeah, hotspot.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, the indicate. Hey, it was all about the indicators, and my gut just followed for sure. My gut said that all these indicators. I had 5 that lined up for a particular moment, so I said, "I'm good."
Yeah, when people see confluence on like 3 indicators or more, that's usually, if they're primary indicators, that's usually good enough thing to do. But here's the interesting things, right? Once you learn to read more of all the indicators properly, you realize when there's confluence on 3 or more of the primary indicators, there's usually a lot more confluences happening too if you just look around. So yeah, like confluences matter, and you know how to use your gut and do it well. So with good information, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say there's a lot of people who suck at using their guts. They're not good at trusting their instincts. They doubt themselves continually. They second guess themselves all the time. And a good chunk of the reason, especially if they're trading with garbage information, is because their indicators are built to fail. So if you're using tools that are designed to fail the vast majority of the time, and they're designed to convince you that you're a good trader if you're winning 30% of your trades, well then no matter, you're going to no wonder you're going to second guess yourself and doubt yourself all the time.
Yeah.
When you're trading with that kind of crap, like you should be avoiding those kind of bad indicators and using. There's a good tool. There's a proper tool for every task. For trading, the tools you see on your screen before you are the proper tools for trading. That is the task at hand. These are the tools to use. I say that as somebody who's been using these tools since the beginning, since we built these things, since before that when we had access to other kind of similar but very different tools. And this is the way to trade. I don't even have a question about it, not because I have faith in something, but because I have evidence that substantiates whatever belief I may or may not happen to have. The math shows us by the numbers these tools work. That's why I quote unquote trust the indicators. When it comes to cryptocurrency, don't trust, verify. When it comes to alpha trading indicators, you can trust that we put our own money on the line when we put trades using these tools. And that is for sure. We don't use other tools because other tools are garbage. If something else worked, I would use it.
There you go.
And, these are the things that work, so we use them. Our guys make the best indicators, and we just fly them. We have the privilege of having access to the best tools and the best people that make these tools. So I'm just grateful every day that they've given us access to these things, that they've made these things for us, and that we have the ability to fly with these things, trade with these things. So that is my friendly advice to our community.
You are friendly. You are friendly.
And as new to these tools, I just want to give my positive feedback that I've been doing this for a long time, and math is math, and this stuff correlates. I mean, it is so unbelievable. I was telling you over the weekend, I wish I had it a month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 20 years ago. Who knows? The first day you get it, and the first day you actually start getting it is when you start going, oh wow.
Yeah.
This is something else.
Yeah.
So that's my positive feedback.
I still do it every day.
Always appreciate the feedback, positive or critical or otherwise. It helps us become a better community, and it helps the other traders in the community as well. Helps them understand that you can learn this. People always say, wow, this looks really complicated. Yeah, it looks really complicated if you don't put in the time and effort to learn it. But if you do put in the time and effort to learn it, you realize, oh, these guys actually built a set of tools you can really learn, and that makes sense when you just dig down a little bit, scratch the surface, and you'll see, oh, this makes sense. Like, this works, and the numbers show it. Yes, correct. That's why we made these things as easy as possible. And we made educational channels full of written information. And we made documents full of written information for people who like to read. And we made videos for people who like to read. Tutorials, for people who like to watch videos. We made short, bite-sized tutorials. And we make these long live streams that we do every day. Like, we do everything we can to make this as easy as possible because we actually care about our community. And we want, if we're a small community forever, as long as we have the greatest people in here, I could care less. Like, that's great. That's all I want. Like, I don't want an outsized community of garbage, of just like ridiculous, degens that are coming in to do stupid things. I'd rather have a smaller group of really high quality, smart people who come in to actually learn to be better traders.
Yeah.
And there is a better way to trade, and this is the better way to trade.
It's great. Grayscale front running this move. I just noticed this. You see Grayscale? Grayscale's up 4%, man. I just noticed. I was like, who the hell's up 4% in crypto? Well, Band's up almost 10%. That shit coin's always running around, though. I don't even know what the hell it does. It likes to pump and dump, though. But yeah, Grayscale. Bitcoin Trust up 4%. But here's what I wanted to show, too. After Yasha was done with that brilliant little speech he just made. So you look at something like this, you're like, but you always talk about mean reversion. Well, look at the 15-minute. Well, how is that mean reversion? Well, start going up through the time frames. On the 15-minute, you got the 99 length power mean down, or log MA down here. Go up to the 33-minute. Where do we get this wick to? Populate fast. I'm speaking here. Trading View. Come on. Come on, you slick monkey. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. There you go. So you get a wick down through the bottom of the power mean band. That candle pulls back up, closes inside the wave trend. So was this a test of the wave trend on the 33 after being outside the power mean band? Absolutely. It was actually a test of the bottom side of the power mean band. Well, why'd the wick go through? You always talk about, boy, those places are great support. Well, let's continue. Watch 45. I just looked. This thing nailed the 33 power mean. This thing would populate. Come on. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
You got to cheer it on. Populate.
Populate. Populate. See that little blue dot right there? That's a 33 power mean. Send a wick down through the wave trend. Hit the 33 power mean. All right, so boom, being outside the band, gigs up. Look what happened immediately. This is Bitcoin in a nutshell. This thing's right back top power mean band again. Right back at the top side of the power mean band. Let's look at the 90-minute. I'd just like to see where when you get rando wicks like this, I like to go through the time frames. What time frame did we just get that mean reversion on? Populate. Let's go. And Bitcoin 90-minute, right?
Yeah.
Volatility was just crunched, starting to expand, positively correlated. Come on, power mean. My goodness gracious. Fisher. Yeah, now it's back upside the top side of the power mean band. Now, I always talk about all the time. These crosses are magnets, man. Magnets. Like if you're out there looking at golden crosses and death crosses using lagging indicators, okay, everybody grows up, right? You put away childish things, put away the coloring books, put away the lagging indicators. It's time to step up. Oh, boy. Start using real tools. You can use all that lagging stuff all you want, but what are you actually learning about these markets? I mean, for God's sakes, if you're trading these markets, you want to know a little something about them, right? Not just, YouTube Jimmy said he's bullish. We're above the 200 MA. It's time to go long. And not only that, he's even got a good YouTube video on how to use leverage safely. I'll tell you what, leverage in the right hands as it fits in your edge. I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to say I've never used it. Have I ever went over 5x though? No. That's just stupid. You are sending, if you're using any leverage, it's like, whoop, you got your hand up, right? If you're using a couple X, you're just like, you got your hand up. You want to ask a question, but you really don't. You're just like, okay, I'm over here. You get over 5x, you're just like, hey, here I am. And God forbid you put a stop loss in. They're going to come get you, man. They're going to come get you. Let's look at the 4 hour, because that was a nice little wick there. And we're about to wrap this up. 11:06. We like the power streams. 2 cups of coffee down. Yeah, on the 4 hour, this thing is just up here. Weeing us in the wind, man. Weeing us in the wind. We need this power mean band. And that's why you get this pullback here. You saw in the lower time frames what happened, right? This power mean band is in the process of flipping bullish. You're getting these log MAs, right? They're ready. The wave trend, log MAs, crossing up the 33 power mean. Magnet, man, a magnet. I'll tell you what, right now, for a 4 hour, I can't believe 28. Like 28 didn't get hit, to be honest. It tried. But you saw in the lower time frames, 45 minute to be exact. We'll go right back to it. Where did it go? Why didn't it fully go back to the wave trend on the 4 hour? Well, you literally nailed to the dollar the 33 power mean on the 45 minute chart. You get down in this area, boom, boom, boom. Trust me, these algos are doing more than just fucking hitting the green and the red button, right? They're evaluating. You don't think these guys, you don't think these high frequency trading firms and these algos, you don't think there's a workflow built into these things? You don't think they know what they're doing? Dude, wake up. They know exactly what they're doing. That's why they are moving the markets. Yep. And so you need to realize, you need to understand when these moves not only are creating an imbalance in the buy and sell pressure, but as they're weakening, right? As our returns oscillator is screaming at you, the return on your investment is diminishing. How about taking your profit? All right, we need a little box to pop up. Hey, idiot, take your profit. Every time Div's setting up. Big time. Every time the variance outliers are done, the volatility's totally expanded, right? Volatility grade, combination of implied volatility, historical volatility, overlaid on volatility percentile. You've got 2 lengths of the volatility are absolutely at 100 percentile with all 3 APPs, the grade. So not only is selling exhausted, it's literally telling you, right? Volatility is going to start to contract. Could you have got more on the move? Yeah. For all you over leveraged freaks, did you get liquidated? Probably. If you didn't take your profit, hell, it almost pulled halfway back. You almost lost half your profit there if you didn't take it. Oh, but look, I was right. It went back up. Oh, yeah, volatility showing that too. When you start to contract volatility and the correlation broke right after the down move, contracting volatility, negatively correlated. Expanded positive, contracted negative. Now you go down to lower time frames, you're in and out. You're out on that trade, you're right back in on this one. That's what people don't want to put in any effort. Same reason why people use microwaves and do all the other silly shit they do, because they want to say, I don't have time, right? I don't have time. I'd rather the public schools raise my children. If I had kids, man, you think I'd stick them in a public school system? Wrong answer. Wrong answer. They would be homeschooled. I don't care how much it cost. They would be homeschooled for sure. People are like, whoa, then they don't get any interaction with the other children. Well, that's your fault. The hell? What are you keeping your kids locked up? You fucking homeschool them and then boom, let them be a kid. Let him be a kid. Jeez, remember when we were kids, all you boomers out there? We didn't have cell phones. You weren't even allowed to call your friends' houses, right? Most kids, you weren't allowed to call. The parents would be like, no kids are calling here. So literally, you're out riding your bike trying to find your friends, beating down everybody's door. Little Jimmy here? No, he's at the basketball court. No, he's at the creek. No, he's here or there. You had to find your friends. We didn't have cell phones. We damn sure weren't just sitting inside all day playing video games. Dude, we were outside just being crazy kids, enjoying ourselves, interacting with each other. Now the kids are just sitting on home on social media, playing video games, getting jacked from all the propaganda and shit in the schools and on the internet in general. Feel sorry for parents today, man. You guys have got your hands full, man. Because society, they just want your children. They damn sure don't want parents raising their own children based. That's for sure. Boys are boys, girls are girls. Oh shit, we just got demonetized.
Well, I will say this about that. I will make one comment about that.
Comment, my friend.
Yes, 99% of the time that is true, but there is 1% and even more that have. There are people who have XXY chromosomes, and there are people who have XYY chromosomes. They are biologically not one or the other. Therefore, it is not entirely binary. Is it for the most part binary? Yeah, for the most part, but that means it's not, because binary is either or. So there are exceptions to the rule. But yes, for the overwhelming majority of people, it's one or the other.
He said it's one or the other.
But
all right.
Biologically, there are exceptions.
All right. I'll go with it.
It's just science. I mean, there's people who have XXY, and there's people who have XYY. They're chromosomes. You can measure, you can see them. So yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, 99 out of 100 people, one or the other.
Done. This move is not done, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Hey, let me just say, if you're out here watching this, by the way, and you've been on this live stream with us, and you're watching us on any platform, tell your friends, tell people you know that trade. If they wanted to learn to trade better, share this video. Do me the favor, share this video with people that you know that actually want to learn to trade better. And just put it out on your socials or whatever. Just, put a tweet out or a whatever, Facebook post or whatever. Yeah, no pressure. If you do it, great. If not, that's fine too. But if you do it, really appreciate it. But if because we're just here, we want to help more people to learn to trade better.
And when he's talking about us too, because we're horrible. Boomers are horrible at social media. At least I am, man. I try.
Right. Yeah, and look, a lot of our demographic is there are some younger people out here, but a lot of people that are coming into our community are not the youngest people in the world. So they might actually read Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever. And feel free to post on the places, Reddit or whatever.
Yeah.
Just a casual, friendly post if you want. If not, all right, that's fine. If you're shy or something, that's fine. But if you are the social posting type, we would appreciate it. Anyway.
That dollar finally popped out. Let's go.
Bitcoin. Tag that RMLR right above and do another meter version. Let's go.
Now the VIX is dropping. They were both intraday, the VIX and the intraday volatility were both over 5%. They both dip back down now. Well, yeah. I mean, there's just ton of bear div on these low time frames. Boom. Then if you look at what was that? Was that on Bitcoin? Let me see here. It's on the 33. Yeah. This thing was bound to pull back, but it's setting up the hidden bull. Bitcoin, though, I mean, has it tested the 68.3 of the top side today? No, has not. It has not. So it's working on that right now. So do I see topside 68.3 plus right now with the volatile move? We're up here around 28.7. Do I think that is going to happen, considering you got the first resistance level of the daily right there as well? 4 hour. Wow. Is that 3SD? God, it is. So we got the 3SD up there too on the 4 hour. Interesting. that 4 hour, what? We got about, what, 45 minutes? Yeah. 45 minutes, we're going to do 4 hour candle. Do I think it's going to push there? Yeah, I do. This thing hits a 4 hour 3SD. Power move, man. Power move. Well, how do you know that? Well, let's go over here. Throw to some Bitcoin. Whoops. There we go. Crypto. Bam. 4 hour. Bam. Turn off the RMLRs. Boop. There we go. We can leave the power mean. Spread this out a little bit. Here's the current candle. 4 hour. There's the 3SD right there. Right? About 28. What is it? 28,668. It's almost 28.7 area. But right now, pulling back from where? 95.4 Laplace. Did we get a wick right to it? Yeah, we did. See it? Wick right there. Go over on the VRE. Where did that wick go to? Where are you? See that little white line right there? That's the 4 hour 95.4 Laplace that you're seeing on the current candle dots. Boom, little pink dot right there. Hey, little pink dot. This blue dot, right? 68.3% chance the data set closes inside there. And that is right now at what? It just dropped below it. 28,447. Just popped back up above it. It's just right on top of the 1SD. That is the probabilities. Did we get out to 95.4 Laplace? Yes. I keep saying I'm not going to say Laplace or normal. And then you pull back inside this 68.3. Right? They're all just probability levels. We just got two different distributions. I know for new people this is confusing. Just stick with it. First of all, just watch our charts. Right? Look at all the wicks. Where do these rando wicks go? Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of times they're nailing distribution levels. Like here on the 4 hour. You see when you get these wicks that don't hit a 4 hour distribution level, I guarantee I show you the time frame why it did pull back there. Right? Daily, maybe 90-minute chart, something. But then you get a 4 hour candle like this big volatile move. Look at the wick. Right to that pink dot. What do you think? I just loaded this chart up and slapped a pink dot at the bottom of the wick? No, man. That is the 99.7% Laplace distribution range. When you're down there, the first thing that needs to pop in your head, ho, ho, ho. We got the 3SD normal distribution here. There's a 99.7% chance this data set during this candle pulls back inside. Did it? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We got second standard deviation, 95.4 normal distribution right there, and the 95.4 Laplace. What was it really trying to do? If there would have been another 15 minutes left on this 4 hour candle, you would have seen this pull back up inside the blue dot there probably. There was a 68.3% chance. This is where you need to understand. There wasn't a 99.7% chance this wick was going to go here. There's a 99.7% chance that candle was not going to close below there. And in fact, you get to that probability level, you got to start looking at these probabilities, right? The first thing you're saying, there's a 99.7% chance it pulls back inside the 3SD normal. It did. Went back inside the second SD, 95.4. 95.4 Laplace and was running for the 68.3. This is how the probabilities work. Look at this candle. One SD to the top side.
And that's where that intersect was on the RMLRs. Remember, there was like the Laplace was there and the two RMLRs, the third standard deviation bands down.
Yeah.
Both were right there, back in the same spot. So mean reversion from that point, no brainer.
No brainer.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. That's when you start to understand the probabilities and you get it in your head. Because, dude, I'm telling you, you've been trading traditional TA all these years and you come over and start dealing with probabilities, real math-based indicators, it's going to throw you for a loop in the beginning. It's not going to make sense. But
look at the current candle, right?
Yeah.
Current candle went up to the second Laplace distribution up on the AT Laplace bands.
95.4. Yeah. Look, you open up. First you dump to the 95.4 to the downside. I mean, shorted it a little bit, but that's what the algos do. They will front run. That's why
that
you
was
see
exactly the bottom of the daily. That was exactly the bottom of the daily. That's why I pumped up.
There you go. And then it runs right to the 4 hour 95.4 Laplace to the top side, which I just showed on the VRE and the little pink dot there. Like I'm saying, this 4 hour, I mean, this move, I mean, if it maybe there's a 95.4% chance during this 4-hour candle does not close above this area. So it could be the next 4-hour candle to run up, or it just blows the probabilities out of the water and it makes a 3 SD move on that 4-hour candle. But then I get up here, daily 68.3, 4-hour 99.7. I'm like, okay, done, right? Done for that 4-hour candle, in my opinion. It can go higher, but the probabilities say no. Probabilities on the 4-hour are saying we're not going to, there's only a 4.6% chance that the 4-hour candle closes above this little range right here. The 95.4 Laplace, 95.4 second standard deviation normal. So yeah, man. And start Googling these terms, folks. All right? Just write stuff down you don't understand, or just merely come into Discord. What is this 95.4 Laplace you speak of? Dude, you will be answered. Right? Sometimes I'm a little harder to get a hold of. I'm doing a lot of shit, and I get tagged so much in the Discord. I like disconnected this weekend. I only made a few posts in the whale Discord, which is a miracle. Since I'm on the dial, everybody's like, oh, what happened to Bilbo? Yeah, he's hiding from you degens. That's what he's doing. So yeah, there you go. Probabilities.
Yeah, also we have a whole thick handbook about how to read this stuff and how to trade with it. That's our big doc for beginners. You can come in and get that for free. Right in our Discord. You want some good bathroom reading or whatever you want to call it. That right there is an authoritative book about trading the VEPS. And it's yours for free if you just come into the Discord.
Nothing long.
And that's a good reference. I'm telling you, that's a good reference. I've read that thing a couple times, and it's very, very good. That one that goes through all of it. The one reference.
That's a Yasha creation right there.
Very, very good feedback on that. Very detailed. Yasha. Even history.
I think Yasha has his own bot.
Oh,
I don't know how he pumps out all this stuff.
He is we're dealing with this. He's artificial intelligence. We're dealing with a supercomputer. We don't even know it. I flew over. I was like, hey, where's Yasha? Who's Yasha? Like, oh, I thought he was a real human. No, he's a supercomputer. Like, all right, no wonder. There's not enough hours in the day for what this guy does. I don't know how he gets it done with a family. Oh my God. If you knew the whole story, you'd just be like, damn, he's a machine. Meanwhile, as I drink coffee grounds. All right, I'm 2 cups deep. I got a lot of chainsawing to do. Markets look like they're in good hands with these alpha traders. Let's see where this data set ends up at the end of the day. I'm trading tomorrow, so I'll be excited to see what goes on here. Let's do it. Yeah. Dollar pulling back. Of course. Right? Yeah, I mean, you just can't go forever. It's going to be, and when you see the dollar running like this, the bears are just like, oh, fuck it, let's join them. But now you see on those low time frames that bear div was building, it's finally playing out. At least intraday here. We'll see what happens. So yeah, if you watch live in the Discord, thanks you guys. I'm getting new members every day. We appreciate your support. If you're watching on the Trading View app or desktop, whatever you're watching on here, do the click that little rocket icon thingy. Yasha always talking about pound the rocket icon. Help get this out.
Smash the rocket.
Although I don't really know how the algo works on TradingView, but I'm sure it's similar. Like our Thursday stream or whatever. Man, dude, got a lot of views. I was like, oh, nice. That's what's great about TradingView. Everybody's trading, right? They're gonna watch these vids. And I'll tell you what, we literally just started streaming. Dude, we're right up there at the top. We're right up there at the top of these other streamers with the views they're getting, the likes and all that stuff. We are right there immediately. Well, of course. How boring is it? Watching the same shit every day. Same traditional TA, same people going, oh, well, this should happen and that should happen. And really, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm going to sit here and talk. Hopefully you guys come buy my indicators. It's a shit show. Instead, we're here telling you, don't buy our indicators. Don't come immediately in and get the free trial. Come in, watch for a while. See if this is what you want to do. Please don't put us through the heartache of having to give you access to all these indicators. Or MJ. Matt's the one that does it most of the time. And it's like, dude, it's a pain in the ass. One indicator at a time. Yep, get your trading view. Yep, we grant you access. Or next indicator. I think there's 17 or something. Or the free trial. I don't even know, man. however many there is.
The free trial's got like 13, 14 indicators, and the full set has like 20, and it's going to be 22 soon.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We built a lot. We're just getting this boiled down to what really matters, because we have a lot of indicators, but a lot of them are public that they're in other indicators. So the single part of that indicator, we don't even need to give access to, because you already got it. But yeah, once again, thank you.
There's like 50 indicators or 60 indicators, of which, like, the bulk of them are available to whoever, whatever. But we really boil them down to like the top 20 or so. So that's what the full package includes now.
Yep, 100%. So yeah, wherever you're watching, we appreciate your support. Unless you're watching on YouTube, because them and their algo, they can piss off. Other than that, I'm following Crowder's lead on the old YouTube algo. Piss off, YouTube. I love Steven Crowder. He cracks me the hell up. I don't care about any of their politics or anything. Guy makes me laugh. You ever seen him live? He's funny. He's real funny. He's another one like Joe Rogan. A lot of people don't like Rogan. Have you ever seen Rogan live or watched one of his specials? He's funny as hell, man. He cracks me up. I don't care about politics.
He's a good comedian.
Yeah, I like people that make me laugh, especially when they're just making fun of the silliness, the silly shit going on in the world. Yeah. Bring some comedy into it. It's what we need. More people laughing instead of hating. Crying out loud. Stop the separation. 100%. Turn off your TVs. That's their tool. Lock in. Study the VEPS charts. Get a leg up on these criminals. But all that being said, wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alpha Trading out.